against G2, so I do like that. Plenty of rounds out of it, and we don't have somebody. We've seen it before between these two.
Charging around downstairs, just impulses, just intolluses, you name it. Tell you what, Doki's lucky not to lose his life. They're very close and may well lose it still. No, Leakafat whipping his shots. And top floor clear, but Alamau hits the deck. That's not an ideal start. Benja also took a little liquor damage there as he realizes it's not safe to plant just yet.
Performing
but Doki
triage.
hits the second. Benja in to recover his captain. It's a 3 versus 2.
Doom continues fighting here, getting aggressive. He knows the chance is there. Finds 2. Benja and Alamau make it 3 in the round overall. Doki trying to get going what he can. He's got the track onto users. Takes a lot of damage. Surely it's a matter of time. It's actually Doom who's going to back his teammate up. 4 for the round.
Stage in particular, you've seen Solotov and Leakafat be the 2 aggressive players on the team, and you've had Doom sort of fill the midline for the team. He's been the one covering their retreat back towards site an awful lot, so then have Brede and Users as your backline. So they've very much established a more, I'd say, standard setup for a team. It feels like they have that optionality now, which is really, really important, I think, in the current age of Siege. So it's good to see, and it also helps that, as we saw yesterday, Brede and Users are pretty terrifying as a backline. But here we go, though. We already found out with Doom getting 1 up to 5 kills inside just a couple of rounds. Leakafat collects the second, gets Solotov in for a third, and then that's it then. We've completed the trifecta, and their 3 frontliners have got a kill.
G2 so far having no luck getting anywhere near site at this point. Just a reminder, it is a basement
Hey,
site.
there it is.
All the fighting is going on those top 2 floors. Solotov gets one, Leakafat taken down by Alamau. Somehow G2 are still in.
I think someone tagged it, yeah. He just stepped into the line of fire and just literally lost over half his HP. That is unfortunate. Stomping and send it in here on the Black Bean. They've got to find a kill or 2 out of somewhere, and it's simply not arriving. Alamau's down to 1 HP. Solotov will manage to get him, yes, down in the process. But that's 3 in the round for Solotov.
Behind the filing cabinet and then take your fights as you need to. In comes a repel though, talking about zipping on it.
Oh, man.
And that's going to be Alamau missing a few shots there, but busts it down, gets the pistol. Leakafat, Doom, 1 apiece, 3 versus 3 as the Nitro goes out. They survive that. Stomping comes out big with a triple. Leakafat manages to close him down. It's 1v2 still.
Hope the Benja swings or turn around and deal with the diffuser. I don't even think he's heard it going down here. Now he'll be forced into action. It's not on G2 to make anything happen. Steps across, baits out the swing from Benja, but doesn't quite have the angle on him. G2 will be careful about this one. I say that as Doki holds the angle. Leakafat put in the mud. A good recovery.
Falcons, and it's been tough to kind of keep hold of these top floor roamers and get G2 established. Nitro comes out, gets shot out of the air, I think there. Solotov does manage to find one with 1 from below though. Leakafat onto Alamau, and despite the aggression coming out of G2, they really wanted to take it to Falcons in this round. They are still finding themselves behind. Brede will be taken out, so it leaves us now 3 versus 4.
You take that every single day of the week, those Falcons. You know, your Electro Claws are already done a full job of that so far. They're now left with very little to actually work with G2, except for time. That's great. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. It's all good. It's okay. Shaiko's back, guys. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, we've just rolled back a few years to Finker LMG. That's where we're at. So Benja manages to get Solotov, and it looks like it's going to be another round going in G2's favour. However, Leakafat might have something to say about it. Takes down Shaiko. Old teammate is removed.
It shouldn't be too much of a bother for him to step across and pick that up, though. Yes, it went down inside a meeting, so surely one they can get. Just right now trying to sniff a Leakafat and Benja while his nose was keen, and it gave him his target. G2 off the back of that Shaiko 2K on you.
Solotov is going to drop himself back down to the basement. He was playing with that idea of getting up onto the first floor. Alamau manages to find Doom, who was doing the same thing. So Falcons' decision to make now. You're 5 versus 4. Do you leave Leakafat up here or not?
I think you do. Like, obviously, he can blink himself down, and he's down in basement now. It's a switch shell in that case. 1 for 1 going back and forth, but no, that's what you want. Leakafat getting himself involved, but there's trade after trade after trade, and yet again, Alamau does it. Charges on 4, 3 kills in the round, but Yusuf has been absolutely mad these last few play days. In a spot to win out of 1 versus 1 here. Alamau's got no idea where he is, though. This one's going to be over and done. Denied the 4.
There's only Alamau left outside of the map now. He's up on the roof, droning, feeding intel into his team, calling the shots. Solotov does find the challenge, and that is a big one for Falcons, leaving Solotov in place, but Alamau's
the 6th man as it wears down to those final 20. G2 can't afford to make any mistakes. They'll certainly try their very best, but no, Brede being shut down. That is a big one for them. Into a second, they're protecting him as Shaiko gets the diffuser down. June left 1 versus 3. He'll get away with nothing. Shaiko takes him out, and G2 to 18. It was ludicrous. And what operators did he play a lot of that tournament? A lot of Sledge, a lot of Mute. He's winding back the years and still showing that he can do it even without being able to cook nades. Does get a kill, uses it there for the trade. Doki then trades him, Striker elsewhere gets a kill. The team play between these teams so far has just been brilliant. The trade play has been phenomenal.
Doom's just going to go seeking. He knows that there's one inside a coffin somewhere, but he just can't quite get the angle on him. And I predicted maybe the entry kill would be decisive in this round, and it's looking like it's for taking fights, or perhaps like Razor Blooms, for example. Whee! However, Leakafat gets perfect position onto Stomp and takes him down. A 4v2 becomes a 2v2. G2 might just be sweating a little bit.
It sucks. In the 2v3, you're coming up against a Grim and a Lion. Just again, the punishment they can give. You stand still, you're screwed. You move, you're screwed. And they've really capitalized on that to bring it to a 2v2. June with work to do. A nice attempt for the C4, but off comes Shiko to one side. Leakafat left, up against his old teammate and against Alamau. Probably the last two you want to face off against. Shiko collecting both of those final couple of kills. He's in towards the map for the last, what, minute and a half or so now almost. It's not looking good. June will try and take matters into his own hands. He's charged right towards the middle of sight and got away with the freebie. Ben just should have known where he was coming from because of the reverse track. And sure enough, yet again, there is a trade waiting. Doki's there to swing on it. It's another.
Breeder is in on the blitz. Diffuser in hand.
Ooh, that's risky.
G2 are just holding back for the time being. Shiko manages to find Leakafat. Can he do any more damage? He knows that the push is coming from Lounge. Breeder, first kill of the game is to pick up Shiko, and we're going to see a down as well. Dorky finished off by Solotov. A 3v3 becomes a 1v2. Stomping has the vertical though, Des. He has the height advantage. Can he stop them? But exactly that. Knows where they're going. 15 seconds. Needs to stop the plant.
They need to be able to get inside, though, is the problem. He can still have another angle he might be able to work with. Sees the shield, and no! Gets what he needs on the back of that one. Stomping, about to clutch up big. Doesn't need to do anything. Let him try and plant and then come off the back of it. Sure enough, he's got the vertical angle. Knows there is no time, but he's missed it by a matter of pixels. But he's still found the man. Stomping comes out with a big clutch. And that'll be G2 going up to 5-3.
There's absolutely no panic in the man, is there? He goes and he can't find the diffuser going down. In most people's minds, you're thinking, have I missed it?
Execute, they're probably going to be able to pull it off. You have to continue being aggressive here.
Shiko just hold it. He's going to get a chance. Is he going to take it? Of course he is. He always does. Manages to get the kill onto Solotov, and that's his signal to drop his place. It's going to be more of a pre-place than an instant detonate. I think he's just waiting for that noise. Is he going to get the opportunity, though? The push comes in as Davos drops down into the smoke. Shiko gets one, stomping another. But Falcons fight back, Des.
Juma's just dropped into the middle of a war zone there and come away with a couple of kills. Magic. Now it's Doki's turn. Can he clutch up? We've already seen him come out of Stomping. No, he cannot. June completes a brilliant round for himself. 3 kills.
On inside his side, he had no idea about the Demos on his left. So just got 7-4, job done. But I've got a feeling that this one has got a twist in its tail before it's done. Falcon's going to be looking to make things up, but Leakafat taken down. That's a big loss underneath. It creates a lot of security now with the puck. I don't think G2 will do at this point. Very aware of exactly where that pressure is. Beautiful Nitro. It's as easy as that.
Honestly.
Just having a not just having a real day, he's having a real stage. Phenomenal stuff. What a pickup he has been for G2. Coming back into them, just gets more explosive, more utility work done, and leaves G2 now 4 versus 2. Doesn't matter that he's been taken out. He's done his damage for the round.
That's it. Like, he has solo won the round for them. And this can happen time and time again. It was Shiko's 3K earlier. Stomping's clutch that he won out. Back in the first half, we pointed towards the Benja 3K, towards the Alamau 3K. G2 just keep on putting up these big hero plays to see them over the line. And Falcons haven't seen a multi-kill since those first couple of rounds. That is why G2 so far have won, what, 5 of the last 7? They're in dominant form, Tim, and probably about to go up towards match point. There they are, up to 6.
It just shows really how up and down, how back and forth this match has been, because getting that opening kill is by certainly no means a guarantee, but it's definitely going to help. Stop. Cole coming into Shiko. He's also Demos tracked at the same time, by the way. They're really trying to make life difficult for him, but Alamau is there, manages to get a kill onto the Dokkaebi, backing up his teammate. 5 versus 3. G2 could be on the downhill here.
It's not looking good, is it? They need, again, someone to step up and go big for them here, but I don't think G2 will give them a single chance. Solotov holding off around lobby right now. Knows he's pinned in on a couple of sides. He's in a lot of risk, and Shaiko steps round, gets one, gets two, and Alabao's in for another double. A dominant defensive half by G2 and
A big victory for G2 over Falcons, and we get to speak to the winners. We have Elamau on the line to ask him a few questions. Good evening, and congratulations on the victory here. Elamau, with that, you take 5 points from this week. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, we're happy with that. We knew it was gonna be probably maybe the toughest week, playing 2 tough opponents, and I'm glad we came out with 5 points.
Hi, Carl. Congratulations on the victory. I want to show you a quick clip that we saw of Doki during the game.
Oh, I can't wait to see, actually. It's not a great match without a stomp and glitch.
Doki once said to us a couple of weeks ago in the interview that when you guys are having fun, when you're having a lot of fun and the vibes in the team are good, that's when you play the best. Do you think that contributed to the game today against Falcons?
Yeah, I think we're having a lot of fun, and I think one thing that is working quite well for us is actually starting on attack. We kind of like warm up a little bit more our brains, because like on the other hand, when we start defense, we started a little bit too slow. So I think today actually worked out for us that they picked defense, and we actually could have won more attacks though. I felt like we could have won like 4 or 5, but it was a good game.
Was there much talk in your camp about Shaiko going up against his former team, or did you guys not really mention it?
I mean, we didn't mention this stage, I think, but like he really wanted to play against them, but during the kickoff we didn't have the opportunity to play against them, right? But like we were actually quite anxious. To be honest, I might have gotten $200 actually. Shaiko said the MVP would have 200 euros, so I'm actually curious who got the MVP. If it was me or Benji.
Ooh, maybe we can check pre-sport. I was actually going to ask you the question because I was checking your individual stats, and I did a comparison between week 1 and week 2. And so let's just say that you had a game where you went 2-9 in week 1. So I will say that it was a great improvement. And I'm just looking at yesterday, you dropped double digits. Today, you dropped double digits again, I think. So what's going on? Like it's not supposed to be Euro, and then suddenly we're back to Fraga Limao from like 3 years ago.
It's just random, Ofama. This is actually another concept we've been working on the team. Like the meta is random, stats is random, everything is narrative. Focus on the wins. That's it.
Yeah, and rappelling in connector window at 2 in the round on top
random.
Side.
It's completely random.
Playing Maverick, getting pistol kills. Why not?
I felt like I was watching one of your streams where you just do something super randomly. Oh, we have the comparison now. Okay, so you were almost at 30 kills from the.
And alright.
All right. So, but like more seriously, like, is there any reasons, or do you call certain things in a way where you can actually explode and have like a role where you can get frag heavy? Or is it usual that when you play more traditional, I see you more on the shields and you're on the backline, there is not really an opportunity for you to get into the field and really get aggressive and get your frags? But sometimes you just find a gap, and I feel like I see you like from 2 or 3 years ago, really able to play your game style.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's like on the first week, on the game against was Geekay, I think, right? The one that went like 2-9.
Yeah.
Like I think was probably like the best game that I gel, I think, during the stage, and we were losing like 6-3, and then we had to clutch like 3 rounds with the Monty. And like I didn't even got like any kills that game, but like I actually helped the team a lot to win with the cows playing the Monty. But what I say is like random, because like yesterday against Shifters, I was playing the Monty doing like pretty much the same role as I was doing against GK, but like because they let me get some kills, I got some kills. And at the end of the day, it is random. Like, so I guess like only your teammates and your team can really know like the effect you have in your team. Like, it doesn't matter if I kill a lot or I kill like less, like I still gonna have a great impact on the team. And I think that's also for the other teammates, for every other player and every other team. So yeah, don't listen to the critics, don't listen to the haters, focus on winning.
I think honestly, if we look at the attack stats, they're still one thing that we can look at to prove that you're a good IGL though. Because like if you look at it, Consulate is historically defender-sided, and you guys have had some of the best attacks we've seen from any team on that map. You know, like I think we can still look at that and feel like, okay, that's a great proof that you have a way to call that's first and foremost unique, but also that works and pays off.
Yeah, and I would say like also like we've been winning like some big rounds. Like the hard rounds are the ones that we're winning more. Like the ones like we stop and then we think about what to do, and maybe I say something, maybe other players say something, and then like we do a plan during the mid round, and maybe Well, we were not even like supposed to do that from the beginning, but like we adapt and we change a little bit. And it's something we don't do on scrims, right? Because on scrims, like everyone just throws. Like if you are on a 3v5 on scrims, like people just like start running around, like nobody gives a shit. So like it's something that we don't even practice, and we have to come on the game day and perform and call good. So yeah, it's definitely something we're doing great this season.
All right, well, all this talk about stats that you said were random and IGLing aside, production did confirm to us you were the MVP, so anything you want to say about that?
Whoa, Shaco owes me 200 euros! Well, I mean, it was a fun game, guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the production, everything. It was enjoyable.
Awesome. Well, if I were you, I would go and speak to Shaco right now about those 200 euros. Thanks so much for your time, LMO, and good luck next week in the Super Week.
Thank you. Thank you. See ya.
Well, which is one thing that we've been looking for them to do, is to have quite a consistent team performance, and I think they put that together today.
And I think we've seen a consistent story also on the side of G2 of being aggressive, being proactive, whether it is in attack but also in defense, which is something I cannot always say for Falcons. I felt like Falcons had the game plan of playing behind utility and playing quite passive in defense, and in the end, that gives a lot of room for G2 to try and, you know, poke around, find gaps.